this story is on a time traveler who's actually a murderer. So, Will Hargrove, really big into sci-fi, loves Star Trek music, with the fantasy sort of stuff, like, The Hobbit, all that. Loves it, is obsessed with that. And with that too, he said it kind of made him a geek and hard to, find someone to love. And he was alone. He recently did end up in a relationship with someone, but it just didn't work out. So he went to the internet to find his true love, and that's where he met Anna. So Anna was from Russia, and they actually met online. She came out from Russia to his home. She immediately was like, to music. She had a deep love for music as well. She liked to attend the rock concerts, and that would come up in conversation. Her sense of humor, connected well with his. She connected with her friends and family frequently, sending, funny memes and little dirty, all that. So she actually flew out from Russia and went to Oregon, where Will lives. And everything seemed great. They were doing a lot of, first relationship stuff, just saying, you're amazing. Oh, I had so much fun with you. I can't imagine my life without you. And they literally, though had only been on 2 dates, and even though it was fast, it seemed like it was something that was in their mind meant to be true love. How does someone from Russia and Oregon end up meeting and just connecting so well, not only just online but actually in face to face? And I was going to go to Russia, leave back to Russia very soon, and Will didn't want her to go and feel untied to him in any way. So he proposed to her, and even though they've only been on 2 dates, she literally only came out here for a week. She said yes, and even posted it on Facebook saying that she was excited that she was actually engaged. So with that, Anna had plans to actually move out to Oregon with him. Her next trip from Russia was her gonna come out and live with him and get married fairly soon after. So she ended up coming out to Oregon, and then she got to his house. They were all excited, and all of a sudden the landlord is can I talk to you for a second? To Will. And so Will and the landlord ended up, and her name's Michelle, ended up going off for a second, and he comes back and he's really flustered, and he's so the landlord says we can't live here anymore, and she's what? So we're not gonna have a place to live? I moved out here from Russia, and all of a sudden I'm not gonna have anywhere to live. That's not okay. So he ends up telling her, the landlord has a big crush on me. And she's isn't she married? And she's she is, but she has a big crush on me, and now she doesn't seeing us together. And so we need to move out. So they end up finding a new place that they are going to live at, and then they are going to get married on the beach, on an Oregon beach. And so she actually invited 2 of her friends from Russia to come down and, view the wedding. So they are at the beach. She meets up, and she's all excited. She meets up with some of her friends, and then all of a sudden she sees her soon-to-be husband in his tux, and he looks really frazzled, and he's on the phone with them. Comes back, and he said, well, the officiant just canceled. And she could obviously tell that, like, hey, he's clearly upset by this. So I'm upset too, but it's not like it's his fault. It's the officiant that canceled on us' fault. And then they ended up going through a McDonald's drive-thru for dinner. Literally, she was like, this is kind of funny that I'm in a wedding dress and going to McDonald's, but she was a good sport about it. She's like, hey, you know what? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. So, and then they end up going for a walk up in the woods. They're like, hey, let's just go and enjoy the day on the next day. And then middle of the woods there tells Emma, I don't think we should get married. Maybe like the officiant not showing up means that we're not supposed to get married. And like she's like totally shocked and stunned by this. She's like, what are you talking about? I just moved from Russia to Oregon to be with you. Like, what are you talking about? And so she goes and to take a breath, to like a breather, and walks away. At this time, Will gets in his car and leaves. He goes back home and for 3 days straight stays up. And he is literally Googling how to build a time machine. He had sketches of this time machine that he was going to build. He asked people for spells, saying that he would give up his soul to them, saying that a friend made a mistake and needs to go back and fix it. He ends up telling Michelle, the ex-landlord. He was first like, well, I kind of want to be with her. Maybe I'll give this thing a shot. And then realizes, no, I don't want to do that. I want to go back and actually marry Anna. I'm sad and upset that I wasn't able to marry her. So he's searching 3 days straight, searching for a time machine, a spell, something. He literally tries several spells, has all these plans for the time machine out, even though he has no idea how to build one. He has all these blueprints and everything, scattered out. Then the police come knocking on his door. And they bring him in to interrogate him, and they ask him, were you eating KFC a few nights ago? And he thinks this is very odd. He's like, yeah, I was. What's that got to do with it? Literally anything. He's like, me and my brother often go ahead and order them. And they did question his brother, and this was adding up. Turns out that, when Anna walked away and was trying to process everything that happened, grabbed a shotgun from the back of his trunk, pulled it out, shot her in the back of the head before she even knew what was going on. And then he didn't want any of her stuff associated with him. So he grabbed out her purse, phone, as well as trash that was in his car, laid it out there with her. And with that, there was a KFC bag, trash, and it had a receipt on it. Now, it didn't have a name on it, so that it was someone that actually paid in cash. But the fact that that receipt was there, and he mentioned too that I go to KFC every week with my brother, was a clue. So he literally discarded her like a piece of trash. And then all of a sudden had this remorse of guilt and was trying to build a time machine to go back in time and fix it. But as we know, time machines, well, if they have been built, they are not to public knowledge. And I'm not saying that you can't do one. I'm just saying that, I don't think someone for 3 days that has no knowledge on building a time machine could build. That's all I'm saying. And the spells obviously didn't work that he had. So he was also seen the same day of the murder. He was seen getting some cash out of an ATM. Well, it turns out that this was actually track him. He would do 201 gas stations, 600 at ATM. So he had a total of $800. And then he went to another ATM for another $600. And he ended up buying some Star Wars Legos. And then he also ended up paying for his insurance bill. They were going to turn off his insurance and then repo his car. And he owed like $600 from being late. So he not only killed her, but then went and spent all the money that she had in her account, took it all out of her ATM, and had his own little shopping spree. But that receipt ultimately is what got him, and then he confessed to doing that, and he said he was trying to build a time machine, and looking at his search results said that is true, that is what he was trying to do. Like, follow, leave a review, that always helps. As always, just keep fucking going.